Oh, Chris's Gaming Group. It's Matt Akadell, the GM for Cyberpunk. Surprise. So I'm going to be doing Cyberpunk on the 22nd, and I thought I'd just post this video so you guys have a little bit of know-how what's going on. You're all going to be playing a trauma team, which means you guys are basically a mobile armed ambulance. Just to break it down, some of the classes, if you decide to play a corporate, you'll be running the lawyer/business end of things. If you're running a netrunner, you're responsible for communications and some of the other nitty-gritty things like maybe changing the traffic lights to get to your stop faster, shit like that. You're going to be working with all the equipment inside of the the truck that you will get. Nomads. Driver, pretty easy right there, yeah, and possibly the person getting a little bit of backup here and there for those really hot spot difficult situations that the solo can't handle. By the way, solo bodyguard, real easy, real simple, not too hard. One of the other classes is the media. Their credibility is their main stat, and I'm going to be focusing that they are not a media in the typical sense of a reporter. Rather, they're a media in the sense that you're the PR guy. You're the, hey, we're the best trauma team there is. Come buy our stuff. This is our commercial. Things like that. Promotional type stuff to make you guys hired and get the best jobs. MedTechie. I think it's pretty obvious you're a trauma team. If we don't have one, I'll be NPCing one. No big deal. I don't want to force anyone to play anything they don't want to. The cop. The cop one was a little bit more difficult, but I figure since you guys are playing as a trauma team, they would be the authoritative figure. They're basically a second hand to, they're kind of the middleman between solo and the corporate, in which they handle all the bureaucratic red tape with their authority skills and stuff like that, getting to the scene, judging jurisdiction, that sort of thing. So the cop is a cross between like lawyer and solo, and they're less like a cop and more of a lawyer class, using their authority in order to you know, do the law for the entire scenario. And then there's the techie, mechanic. Can anyone say mechanic? Yeah, real easy. Not a lot of thought process put into that one. And then the fixer. Drugs are expensive, and you can't always get them legally, and you can't always get the kind of drugs that your client wants, nor can you always get all the weapons that you want. So the fixer is kind of the I got a guy, I got some stuff kind of guy. So that's the breakdown of the classes. As for the whole scenario, we're going to be starting off relatively on a short little campaign thing that I'm going to run to tie in all the characters together. As for skill caps, this is all I'm asking of anybody. You can put your skills up to 6. The only way you can go over 6, and I will allow you to boost it to 7 or 8 depending, it's going to be at my discretion. The only way you can boost a singular skill, you can pick one. So if you want to do handgun, you want to do special skill, I don't care what. To boost it, I'm asking that you write a background, and I will determine how many points you can spend extra on your skill that you choose, depending on how good the background is for that particular one. So for instance, you decide to, you know, pick the handgun skill. And the max you can get is 6 without a backstory, but that's the one you want to boost up. You want to be the best handgun in the West. So you write me a story about countless hours, and your character may or may not have practiced in the training facilities, firing different weapons and stuff like that. Maybe you even give me a little bit of a hint as to why you grew up around handguns. Maybe your father, he was an avid solo, and you grew up around handguns all the time, and you learned to shoot at a very young age, and so you progressed really fast. I think that's worth a 7. Maybe. maybe I'll give you 7 in that skill. You can boost it up. Then you want to boost it up to an 8. You really write a good backstory. That's where you're going to tell me like a story. You tell me a story of a time when you were fighting in the mean streets of Night City, gunning down solos every single night, and it was a hard knock life, and you give me a good solid couple of pages of a backstory on that particular skill, along with I don't expect everyone to have a really good backstory, but if you have a backstory pertaining to just your general things that have led up to your particular life, nothing more than a page will be acceptable. If you can't write a whole page, I'm not gonna. This isn't college, grading papers. This isn't high school. I'm not gonna knock you for not having a whole page, but about a page would be nice. And then on top of that, if you want to boost one of your skills, a few extra pages, maybe a story about something that your character's done in the past. And I'll give you some points to spend to boost your stat. Or I'll allow you to take from one of your other stats to boost it out of the 40 that you get when you're creating. As for creating characters, we're going to be doing them at 5 o'clock on the 22nd. I gotta work at 4:30, so I will be there as soon as I possibly can, and we'll have some sheets. We'll roll up some characters, and we'll get things going. As for starting money, that's going to be based off of your roles for your careers, and we'll get into that when we get to it. And maybe 1 or 2 items I might give you for, again, another good backstory. Anyway, I'm telling this all to you now, and I'm doing it in video format because I feel like typing all this out takes far too long, and I really don't want to do that because I'm lazy, just like anyone else. So yes. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them below in the comment section, and I shall answer back as soon as possible. So yeah, I will be at UB this Saturday at 4 p.m. If you have any exterior questions, I have D&D that Sunday, so I should be there. Or if there's anything going on that changes, I'll let you know, again, in the comment section below. If you can't make it, let me know. The sooner the better. Well, that's about all I have for tonight. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching, and stay classy. Game hard.